Carol said, as soon as I got the script, I saw Kyle as Kev and you as Deb. I was like,
who wrote it? It's their show, right?
Yeah, but they didn't write it. They usually come up with concepts and then somebody else.
Got it.
But I'm gonna tell you what, you put somebody else in this seat, and I swear to God, I will burn Yoda.
I would never.
Listen,
the stage crew wasn't what I was thinking when I saw that. I was like, boom, that's how we do this when Angel books something.
And when you book something as well. Yeah.
We were supposed to go on tour, but now Angel ain't gonna do it.
We're not doing
I'd be able to go on tour.
Angel can't go. You won't be living in Tennessee.
What does that have to do with a flight on a weekend? Quit trying to cut me out. Yes, you are.
You're trying to cut people out, man. I don't appreciate that.
You know what?
I'm getting the vaccine also, so I can go out on the road.
That's literally the only reason why I'm doing it, so I can go to this type of Map City invites that be popping up right now.
As soon as they call me, I'm going. Are y'all ready? Oh, you already sent it out, Josh?
I'm sending you the link in 5, 4, 3, 2, sent.
I am just going to just live my life knowing that people want to get rid of me.
Oh, my God!
What are you screaming about now?
We're live. For playback, at least, even though the link's not out. Just a heads up. What's wrong?
You okay?
I messed this Brando up.
Oh, that is the worst.
Oh no.
Which one goes first, Jason?
At least you have somebody that checks it for you.
Brother Jason. I miss Jason, man. How's he doing? Is he in Houston?
They emailed him.
Shoot.
What'd you say, Josh?
Jason Houston?
Yes.
He moving there for real for Jew, huh?
That's why.
What? What'd you talking about? What'd you say?
Yeah, he
Kev's brother. His Kev's nephew is really good at basketball.
Mm-hmm.
About to relocate, I feel like, for him.
I had a nephew like that. And then he had a baby.
He had a baby?
He had a baby.
Man.
You gotta do it. Baby, one of the cutest babies we've ever had in our family. I can't even deny it. I'm like, God dang.
You think he sees the basketball every time he looks at that baby, though?
I'm pretty sure.
You did email it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Honest.
I'm about to send it to my mama.
You see Jack Harlow's Tiny Desk?
Yeah.
He had a soulful band behind him. That band was going crazy.
People gonna put them niggas in there to make it dope. Every time. I like Jack Harlow. I mean, I ain't like.
No, he's not bad, though.
That's what I was listening to. God bless you. Oh, I can get that money. Keep that. I can take a look.
I wonder if our neighbors are like, man, they're in there today, huh? Mm-hmm. There we go.
Yeah.
Just trying to make an omelet. All you hear is, whoa, whoa.
Okay, Cam. Okay, Cam.
I listen to that album like every day.
Because it's fire.
It's great.
I listened. I was like, man, I gotta stop. And then I was like, no. When I love it, I love it. Eventually, I'll be like, oh, I'm listening to something else. But today,
I love it. I'm sending it to my mama so she can enjoy it. Love you too, brother. I can take all I can get. Bless you.
All right.
Come on. What is this?
Yeah, man.
What you got? What's going on? Tell me. You okay?
All right, man. Getting that rapid test today, though, right?
Oh, there's a mental.
spending my hard earned.
You excited about the show tonight? No, okay.
I'm just playing. I'm excited.
No, you're not.
I am. I'm very excited.
Your poker face is terrible.
Hundreds in my head.
What a week.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Alex Nicole Morgan.
Thank you.
Hello, happy Friday, beautiful people. as we go into the Sabbath.
Yeah.
I haven't had a real Sabbath in a long time.
Yeah, because all you do is work every day of your life.
You right.
Yeah, but I mean,
You right. Can't be taking half of a Sabbath and be acting like he is the Lord. Don't do
he'll play 2 games of FIFA and be like, I rested.
I rested so well.
I just do that every day.
I got the front of my hair redone. Praise God. The Lord is good. What's on the docket? You should have had me watch Coming to America too. I would have stayed up to watch it if you wanted to talk about it during the bonus. You don't want to talk about it at all on any platform.
I'm contractually obligated. This is great.
Oh yeah.
I was about to say, there's no shot we talking about that today.
Oh yeah, and I forgot you got a nice
this
little
fantastic
jacket.
movie that is filmed.
I like the photo. You were like, I like it.
I am happy to be here. Hey Shay, how you doing? I miss you. My moderators, we got to come up with a time.
Okay, I'm about to shoot. That's why I need to know.
Zoom.
Because I can put theirs first. I don't care.
Because I miss y'all. Sure. I want to have a conversation.
It's just going to get lower engagement if it's
Shay,
if it's the flyer
Carmen,
first. It's going to get lower engagement.
Retha,
always.
And
especially because so many people are doing
Shantae.
it. But whatever they want. Okay, just text me.
We can hear you.
Sorry. Yeah, I didn't recognize it. I didn't realize it was cropped. That's my bad. It didn't look like it was cropped until I hit the thing and I was like, oh, it says Prime Video. Then I was like, dang. So, all right, here we go.
In
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What up, y'all? Welcome to Here's the Thing. I'm Kev on stage. She's
that chick Angel.
And welcome to another podcast episode. Smash that like button. Smash that notification button. Smash that. Subscribe button to Patreon.
Banger.
Also, if you haven't got your tickets to Keep Your Distance comedy tonight, get them. If you are, this is my single. If you have the 4-pack, tonight is the last
of the 4-pack.
Last of the 4-pack. So don't worry, your ticket's still good. You don't have to buy them. If you don't have the 4-pack, buy it. By the way, audience announcement. I might as well just tell y'all. Keep your distance. There are.
You got
What's
the
going
amount
on?
of shows. He knows how many shows are left.
3,
Oh.
4,
Oh.
5.
Como
Oh,
cinco.
no.
Cinco.
The last
cinco.
Keep Your Distance.
Is that only?
What? Solamente?
Solamente.
Okay,
Solamente.
see, I know some Spanish.
There are 5 more. The last one's gonna be my birthday show on April 30th. Essentially, we're running into a lot of COVID testing is hella expensive. Do I say hella on this?
Well, you did already.
Mm-hmm.
COVID testing is hella expensive, which raises the cost. And guys, whether we like it or not, the world's opening back up. Texas, by the way, was like,
Texas,
hey,
bust that thing wide.
Why,
Bust
man?
it. Bust
Why
it.
did you have to?
Bust it.
I get that. I was thinking this about the pandemic for a long time. We are always going to be nervous about reopening, no matter what. Why did you got to go 100% and no mask at the same time?
Because that's the rationale of some people.
Why though?
I don't know.
I love that a lot of businesses in Texas were like, I don't know who your man's is. We have masks in here. You ain't finna come in and ruin our life. I feel like the MAGA people gonna be like, this is my right.
Well, what's so crazy is that we would be able to have all businesses open if people would just wear masks and socially distant. Like, yeah, you might have to control your capacity some, but it's because people won't be. Right. And that's the problem with America anyways. We don't know moderation. That's the reason why we struggle with obesity more than most places.
They got a grande. They got a 30. 20.
Como 30.
I'm going to get that 30. That's also because they put 98% ice in it. I want the full drink.
Keeping it a buck, I might keep this mask thing going. When was the last time y'all had a cold?
My kids had colds.
I think the mask thing.
The mask, the sanitization.
Yeah, that's what they were saying about. Yeah. I was talking to a doctor about the vaccine. And I was like, one of the questions that a lot of people ask is like, why is America like this? And he was like, because Americans are American. Part of the culture is individualism.
Right.
I should be able to do whatever I want, regardless of how it affects you. And he was saying, like in New Zealand and Japan, countries like that, they're more communal. They're like, oh man, I got to because I don't want to get you sick.
Yeah.
So the whole time I didn't know this about Asian culture. They always wear masks and stuff, even before this. And people thought they didn't want to get other people sick. And from what I know, an Asian friend of mine was like, actually, when they're not feeling well, they wear a mask so as not to even pass the common cold.
Right.
So when they're like mask mandate, they're like, bet.
Right.
And we're like,
you need to see my teeth. Yeah, I do really feel if we could have all been on board with the mask, we would not have been closed as we've have been.
I agree wholeheartedly. I agree. So anyway, keep your distance after these 5 shows. It is highly likely that I go back on the road in the fall. Highly likely. So that's the main reason I'm toning it down. It is a very expensive show, and by nature of wanting to put new comedians on, the newer you are on, the less audience you have, the harder it is to promote.
Yeah.
Because people just look through and I see it in the comments, they look through the flyer and be like, nope, I don't know any of these people. This is not Stage Crew. Stage Crew won't buy it regardless.
Yeah.
But with the rising costs and flying them in, it just gets really, really, really expensive. And it doesn't get as lucrative to keep doing it. And you can do stuff. There's a lot of comedy shows and all that. So we'll probably sometime in the fall do it once a month.
Yeah, once a month will be great.
Once a month we'll do it in the fall. And low-key, I miss performing. Do
you think that, would you all ever look at the business model of having like a sponsor for the show? Like having like Pepsi sponsoring the Keep Your Distance Volume 15.
Of course. Love to do that. I would do that. Okay. That's the answer.
Well, I'm going to pray that happens.
You pray. You seek the Lord's face.
I am.
So these 5, I'm getting as many good people as I can. But if I go back out on the road, I can't have had you just see me 7 months all these times in a row. Then you'd be like, no, I don't need to see Kev. So you're going to get your break. And then I also need to go and suck for a little bit in these little clubs.
But you could always, I know you feel the need to do time because it's your release right now. But I think once you're on the road, like if you still do the Keep Your Distance, you'll just literally be bringing folk up and doing the thank you, God bless you type of thing. No? Or do you feel the need to do material?
I feel the need.
You're like, it's Kev on stage.
If you came to see me, I got to give you what you
Well, come on then. Oh, sorry, I'm sure.
If I could do it to where I didn't have to go and it was just a business venture and it was so strong, then I would do it. But at the end of the day, I live for the people and I die for the people. So I've adopted that.
It's great.
So anyway, get these 5. If you don't, I'm coming to a city near you. A lot of people who already have tickets, the club's already rescheduling your dates. So people are like, Kev, you coming to Indianapolis November 3rd? I said, I ain't seen no paperwork.
But
what happened is contractually, because this pandemic was basically an act of God, they automatically just kept rescheduling me. So anyway. So get your ticket tonight. 5 more. I have no plan. I don't know when I'll bring the Keep Your Distance back because I'll focus on being funny again. And I'm going to rework my tour. I didn't really go out that much in 2020 anyway. But there's a lot of new material that I got to do because of the pandemic that I was like, ooh, this would be dope to develop and see, and I'll be out here fresh. So anyway. All right. I want to start with something light. Well, let's start with this. It's a little darker, but anyway. We were talking about the mask. And this white pastor.
Oh, my God.
He went and whited it up.
It feels like deja vu. I just want you to know. When I first got on this show, white pastors were running.
It was white blessing.
Yes, they were running amok in these streets. And it's been a year, and they said it's time to come out. It's time to come back out and act a fool and say things that no one in their right mind. He said...
Hold on, I'm going to play it, Angel.
You play it because... Are you going to play the whole thing?
Play the whole thing.
Come
y'all,
on, because...
y'all just hear the whole thing because this man was...
Jesus.
This man was...
We live in such a fear and mongering control.
Oh, hold on 1 second, Angel. They're asking about a 5-pack. We're not going to do the 5-pack. I'm going to tell you why. Basically, we're getting this is another thing about Keep Your Distance that I ain't said publicly because I get it, but also it's bad for business. We have a terrible problem with link sharing.
You said it on the last episode.
Did I?
Yeah, you told him.
Okay, so the 5-pack, the company that we're using to help fight against link sharing doesn't have a way to send out a 5-pack. They just were like, wait, what did y'all do? And we technically didn't even use Eventbrite to do that. We used our email things. But we just can't do it with this company the way it works. So you're going to have to get it individually. I'm sorry. But blame the other kids in your class for losing the pizza party. It ain't Stage Crew. I know y'all would never, but we be having, say, 5,000 people buy tickets. And we be looking at the data. It'd be like 25,000 people watching the show.
Oh, no.
And I'd be like, yo, blacks.
My mother even buys her own.
I know Mama Dorothy would never, because Peter came.
No doubt about it.
But it's like, look, man, people be like, Kev, I am no special person. They gonna bootleg me. But anyway, here's this white pastor.
We live in such a fear and mongering, control and manipulation society that some of y'all have drank it like Kool-Aid. And I'm just here to tell you, we are the sons of God in the earth. And guess what? We're not afraid. We're not afraid. Hey, listen, let me go on record and say it. I had COVID. If I had died, then I died of COVID. I'm not afraid of it. I'm not afraid of a heart attack. I'm not afraid when it's my time to go. We can't cower. We can't play. We can't play small. We can't hide. We gotta live. We're the sons of God in the earth. That's who you are. And our country's being run by a bunch of pussies. That's the only way I can say it.
I had to listen to that.
You
5
said that
times.
in the church?
Yes. And
Yeah,
they're
your
like,
churches be cussing though.
Listen,
blue cheese.
pastor of Sons of Anarchy
Yes.
Methodist Temple.
With his vest on.
Had his
and
little
the sword pointing down.
That man said, if I died of COVID, then I died.
He did.
I said,
Yeah.
wait. I had to, hold on. I ain't scared. Okay, if I want to die of COVID, then I dadgum die of COVID. Like, I don't understand
The logic.
but you know what? Somebody made a good point. Somebody who old on Twitter who follows me, born around the time you were born.
I almost cussed you out. Bruce.
They said, y'all won't believe this, but you wouldn't believe the amount of people who fought against seatbelts. People wanted to drive their cars with no seatbelts, and they literally fought tooth and nail, kicking and screaming for it not to be a legality to wear seatbelts. So they're like, this is just literally watching this happen. People literally like, if I want to go through my windshield and die, then that's what I'll do. And I'm just like, I don't understand. I just want to say one thing. Just one thing.
Why are we? Okay.
This is all I want to say. This is all we are asking people to do. That is it.
People were like, no.
This is lit.
You want to hush me.
People are acting like we are asking them to have a personal It's a thin piece of cloth. That is all we are saying. And people are like, I can't do it. I can't breathe.
You would think it was shackles and he was put on a tiny ship and taken someplace to work for free and whipped. That's what you would think.
White people want to be oppressed so bad.
Oh, my God.
You ask them to do one thing. They're like, oh, so slavery was wrong. And you want me to wear this mask? This is mouth slavery.
This is mouth slavery.
You have slaved my mouth up.
And
this is all we asking.
This
is it, Angel.
No, apparently not. Apparently you're asking him to shrink and be small and not be victorious. That's what you're asking us to do. We are children of God. And with mask on, he won't know if it's us or the Arabs. He won't know. That's what he might as well have said. He's not going to know who's who.
By the way, speaking of that, did you see Greg Abbott, the the governor of Texas? He tweeted yesterday that basically Mexican people are coming. Mexican people.
I'm flying to Texas tomorrow.
Wait a minute. What did he say about Mexican people?
He said Mexican people infected with COVID are coming to the U.S. and infecting. I said, y'all will just go and infecting. Let me find the exact tweet. I said, they going to run that racism every
Can we just cut Texas out of the equation?
My grandma lives there.
Tell her, come on.
Hold on. What did Greg
She got 30 days to make a decision.
we gotta get you out of there.
We gotta get you out of there. Come on.
He said the Biden administration is recklessly releasing hundreds of illegal immigrants who have COVID into Texas communities. The Biden administration must immediately end this callous act that exposes Texas and Americans to COVID.
Wait, after Texas just busted itself open like a stripper on a Tuesday. Like, how and you're worried? I thought y'all not worried about COVID. Or is you ain't?
Is you is or is you
I was
ain't?
literally within 24 hours of that happening.
So here's the other funny thing about Texas. I'm sorry, people who are from Texas.
Shouts to
It ain't
Texas. We
y'all.
love
It's
Texas.
the leadership.
It is the leadership.
They was talking about seceding a couple months ago. Then when the power thing happened, they was like, we need the federal funds.
Secede. Go on and secede.
Guys, it's always funny how Republicans, GOP people, are all about no government until you need that bread. They're like capitalism until they need a little bit of socialism. They like, well, you know what I'm saying? You know, we ain't got the electric.
Right.
We ain't got the electric. Apparently, they had privatized all the electric. And that's another reason why they were in trouble. So the racism is so doggone blatant and bold.
Yeah.
It's almost, if we weren't so used to it, I almost would be surprised.
Right.
It used to be covert dog whistle for a little bit. Now it's just like the Mexicans then came in and
Took our jobs.
The Americans, we had higher COVID cases. We were going to Mexico and spiking their cases, and we're
like,
blaming them.
Yeah. To me, it really doesn't make any sense if you all are saying as a state, well, I mean, your leaders as a state, that COVID is not a big issue, so we're going to open fully, no mask, for you to be worried about when anybody else is doing that comes in your state, because you're saying you don't need protection from it.
You say I'm going condomless. Raw.
So why?
Raw doggy.
It's
It's okay, Angel. All you can do is take a deep breath sometimes.
You know, that's exactly.
By the way, don't Angel's locks look great?
They do. Let's get
I
a
got it
single.
refreshed yesterday.
It looks good.
Thank you. Kev be talking about me. And so I said, let me go ahead and get myself together.
Me?
Kev, you talk about me all the time.
I don't.
I'll be like, I'm going to get these redone. Oh, yeah. It's about time.
Angel is like my long lost sister that I just lived my whole life not knowing. Angel's like bumping to a family. You're like, oh, y'all know y'all got the same daddy.
What?
Really?
Are you serious?
That makes so much sense. So anyway,
I am not surprised at the behavior of this pastor. It is a shame that pastors would misuse their platform in a way to speak on things that aren't really in the Word of God at all. That is stuff that has been politicized, the stuff that could potentially put their members at risk. However, a lot of times pastors are the craziest people.
yeah.
And that is unfortunate because there are people who are loyal to their pastors regardless of their logic, regardless of if they're being led by the Lord or not. And just based off of his attire, we can tell that the Lord is not leading him. The Lord has not, because he ran into the Wranglers and whatever else, the boot barn, and got his whole outfit.
And then people was just clapping along. I wonder if somebody in the audience was like, "Oh, this is my last Sunday. I think this is my last Sunday. I'm gonna go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Y'all been cool. Everything been good. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get up out of here. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all for everything. I'm gonna just go ahead and call it.
Have you ever responded during a service and when somebody is saying something that you just like, no? Have you ever vocally? I'm not saying as loud as the people cheering them on.
I was a big snickerer, and I look at Liz, Jay. Especially some out-of-town preachers. I kid you not, the funniest, I can't believe this is happening in church. People think I'm joking. Aunt can tell you this is the truth. Maybe Melissa, I remember she was in this thing. But we had basically like a convention. And one person from out of town was teaching a how to speak in tongues class.
Oh.
Absolute. I kid you not, I'm not lying.
My goodness.
Anthony Davis will tell you. And they were literally like, all you do is start with the alphabet. Let's go with A.
What is wrong with us? This is a black person, obviously.
Absolutely black.
Yeah.
From the South. B. C. Say it. Me and Aunt were like, nigga. This is really happening. I mean, it was so ridiculous that it was like, and they went all the way up to, and then like some letters, they were like, hey.
So the next year, did they have like? Did the next year did they have like tongues 303 or was
Right,
it?
dude, what is the advanced class?
That person never
Conjugation.
Multi-syllabic. Get a and so y'all just stayed in there and left.
So that's actually where one of the Playmakers jokes came from. We did if you want to speak in tongues, you spell Coke backwards. E-K-O-C-A-K-O-C. It came from watching that person do that. But the people, like, we really were like, God probably be like, y'all, you know what? I'm going to call the whole thing off.
You crazy.
I'm going to just rap straight
Jesus,
up.
you up?
Jesus.
What's
Put
he
your sandals on. Yeah, they down there
downstairs.
teaching tongues with alphabets. I often think God be looking at us like,
Oh, I know he is.
Like,
I
y'all didn't get
know.
it with the flood? What else I gotta do?
my God.
I know he's looking at us like, babies, what is this? What is this? I'm never loud, but I have gotten to the point now of age when people be saying stuff. I'll be like, what?
Mm-hmm.
Like you can hear me. Marcus, you hear this?
Marcus.
Do you hear this? Look it up. See, is
at him.
that?
Just look at him.
Look it up and see if that's if that's real, because I ain't never heard that.
But I've heard ridiculous stuff, but no racist, nothing that went against my moral.
How many white
So,
how many white pastors
I
have you
ain't
said
sat
on
up
it?
under no
Exactly.
flats.
That's the way you get away from that. But that is a big reason. Even I know we're going to go to this next clip, but it's hard for me to sit under a white male pastor just point blank period, just because I'm always like looking at you with one eye open, like what you got in your heart for real. Like if race wars went down, which side you gonna be on?
Wars went down.
Yeah, if it happens, what side you gonna be on, right? But when I hear a Southern accent with it, I'm like,
man.
you done said it with the ER at the end multiple times growing
And
up.
I ain't talking about Savior.
Right.
know
You done
that's
said
OR,
it.
but the
You've
joke.
said it before, and I have I know I won't be able to get any breakthroughs at your church because the entire time one eye's gonna be open. You probably think I'm up here shouting because I got a kid on the way that's not by my husband or something. You probably got, you know what I'm saying? You think it's something about me. You think something about me. So I'm just gonna sit here and look like everything's hunky dory.
That's hilarious. We sat up under a white pastor for about 11 Sundays.
Live
when we
in
moved
his
here.
presence.
No, we was over here at the Shepherd of the Hills.
Oh, Shepherd over here. That's such a sexy church. I
The
can't.
church is a lot of my white church jokes that were killing on my first 2 tours was like the culture shock of literally not only not going to another non-black church. I couldn't even go to any church unless our church was going to visit. I had to go to my church. So the first 30 years of my life, I said this before, I probably missed 7 Sundays in the whole 30 years. When we got here, we had went to Noel Jones Church and Bishop Blake's church, but they are far.
They're so far. We went to Noel Jones' church too. I said I can't do it.
Bruh.
Where is Jesus in the valley? Go ahead.
For real. I went to Noel Church. It was an hour there.
Yes.
And then like an hour 45 back. Because by the time church over, regular LA traffic. And I was like, Jesus,
Listen, I know.
I'm not finna go. So Shepherd was right over here.
Right over here. Real big
And-
campus, real nice.
Oh.
Oh my God, it's so good.
And they had literally 5 services.
Come on,
So you-
fast.
I mean, they was knocking him out. And then the last service of the day, he was actually at another church. And he came down. They had in-person praise and worship, all that stuff. And when it was time for preaching, a screen came down.
Yes.
Me and Melissa were like, what this is?
It's so good. Oh.
So, but they would never get a full praise break in.
No,
And
that's
I
not
just
them.
they almost did it.
You
They're
were like, come on.
Stop it.
But your
And
kids
then-
know about the Lord. They got that good Bible study.
Listen.
Children's church.
You got the midweek
This
children's
is
church.
not racism. This is just actuality. We went to their children's church. They have playground. I
Yes.
mean, Joe was like, this is lit.
Yes.
Full snack pack.
Absolutely.
Movies, games, all that stuff. We went to, one of the black churches down there, and Zazie was like, the kid grabbed me like this. The kid grabbed me I didn't get a snack. They knocked it out of my hand.
It is like I believe it, and I feel bad for him. I believe it.
You know, my kids they ain't really into rough and tumbles.
No.
So he was like, this one's just as church is mean.
Can we go back to the white people where they have the name brand Oreos?
For real, they had free donuts and coffee.
Yes.
At Shepherd.
Oh my god.
Full size donuts, warm coffee. They had the TV outside. I said, boy, are y'all giving what kind of ties is coming in here?
It is so good if they just had a black. You wouldn't be able to get me up out of that church if they had a black pastor. I'd be there right after this. I'd be like, I'm on my way to the church. Help clean up the pews. I'd be so excited. But that's not what we get. That's not what we get.
Yeah. So let's listen to this other white pastor.
Oh,
I was nervous. He was literally on the other side.
Other side, but his voice made me nervous the entire
got that
time.
Draw.
Get it out of your system. It'll call you.
This is such church announcement news music.
Now, let me say something right quick. I think back on the African American people in America. I think how that they were taken against their wills, put in the belly of ships, brought over here, beat, cussed. Many of them died in the guts of those ships, thrown overboard. They were pulled from families over there. You ain't never heard a gut-wrenching song. Do you hear a black person sing one of those old black Negro spirituals?
Oh.
No.
I know. Did it sound like I was
I
like,
can't sing it like that, see, because I hadn't experienced what they be. When you've experienced hell, it comes out of the voice. I said, when you experience hell, it comes out of the voice. If you're one of those people that you got problem with black people or whatever, you better shut your mouth, because they're God's people. You better hear what I'm saying to you. You better shut your white mouth.
Better shut it.
that's what you gotta
You better
do.
shut your white mouth. I'm not kidding you. I know some of you was raised in the deep South and you was raised by prejudiced people and bigoted people. You better get that out of your system. You better get it out of your system.
Get it
It'll cause
out.
you to suffer.
Better shut your white mouth.
Masters. It'll cause you to suffer right along with them. These are God's people. And I know that there's wicked in white races and wicked in black races and all that. I'm not justifying none of that stuff. I'm just saying God knows what happened to the black race. He knows how they wound up over here. And God is going to reimburse the black people for all their trouble and all their labor. You watch what I tell you. Watch what I tell you. Listen.
You get afraid that he's gonna be like, oh, white power. You'll be like, he suckered me into it.
But the Holy Ghost is white. Jesus, not clan white.
Pulls a
Oh,
Clayton
it just
Bigsby.
gets you so nervous that old black Negro. What does he say? It makes you
Was he saying
nervous.
Negro?
Yeah, he was trying to say Negro,
He
but
said Negra.
I'm sure he did
That
though.
was his accent. Is the
You better
dialect.
shut your white mouth, white power.
That voice makes you
Holy
think.
Ghost power.
I can't
Power.
imagine the conversations of everybody in the congregation after. Man, we had such a powerful service today.
He told us to shut our white mouths, and my white mouth is shut. It's shut. You hear that, Fletcher? Shut your white
I'm
mouth.
texting all my black friends immediately.
If Isabel wants to date Damien, you're gonna let her. You shut your white mouth. That's what Pastor said. Yeah, like it was.
Imagine they make
Mary
some.
Damien.
Imagine they make some church merch that says "Shut your white mouth."
Shut your white. I've already cut that clip out.
Of course.
That is my 2-part of my. It's for black people anyway. Now part 2 is shut
Shut your white mouth.
Shut your white mouth.
Yes, and I'm sure he's had conversations with black people and been like, yeah. And I'm sure there's stuff that he has said in those conversations where it's just like, you can't say that stuff. When you look at the blacks and how the blacks do, it's hard for them. It's hard for them. The cracks and the cocaines.
They
that
didn't
the
have their fathers. Jesus, the only father they ever had. Look at
brother.
LaMichael.
Amen.
LaMichael ran that ball like he was fleeing slavery, and we loved that. Listen, University of Texas is mad because the black players don't want to stand on the field for Eyes of Texas, which basically, like most things, has a racist thing in there. Mm-hmm. And they were like, if you don't want to play for Texas, you don't. Get an all-white Texas team.
See how nobody watches the game
when Alabama comes. Nick Saban, hey, Black Lives Matter. We love black.
We love them.
Try to field an all-white football team.
I am pro-black reimbursements.
You have a black high school team.
We are going to play the Cupid Shuffle instead. Because we want everyone to feel included.
Everybody
Okay,
having an immediate electric slide meeting.
Listen, guys, we know the Eyes of Texas was a very important song, but now at the end we're gonna do the wobble,
The wobble. Get up now.
All right, all the big girls,
Yeah.
where you back it up.
Yeah.
As long as y'all play for me in Texas, we'll do the wobble.
yeah, we will do what any of them. Electric slide, boogie, woogie, woogie, whatever you want.
You know what this Cardi B said when it's up, it's up. You know when it's up, it's up. I've seen the TikTok dances. I've seen it. Listen, them basketball coaches, the NBA, they know good and well.
Oh yeah,
They know good and well. They were like, listen, hey, it's Bron. Whatever Bron says.
It's Bron.
Is what
how
we're
do we
doing.
How do we do it? Well, all right.
all right.
right.
Yeah. They it's so funny when people don't realize they don't have any more rope. When they really think they can keep pressing, it's just like, no, you're gonna do what we want you to do, and it's just like, but no, really, your money will be gone.
You really, you will lose.
Yeah, you're gonna lose, and they're like, well, what? No, you're not.
Try, like literally try to field an NCAA Division I team with no black players want to come. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be remember the Titans, remember them white boys.
Yes.
Tell them,
They gonna be like the Mexicans with COVID. Do y'all know how to play football? Como se llama football, not the soccer. Put that down. I'm talking about American football with the 2 O's, not with the U.
Listen, you can have all them whites when you want to do crew, lacrosse, all the stuff that black people don't grow. And you lucky we don't grow up playing that.
Go play some hockey, man.
If they had some rinks and some low income, then black folks would be killing on that hockey field.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hockey ice.
Rink. Hockey ice. Yes. Yeah, no, that it is funny, especially with sports, how there is still very much so a master slave mentality amongst the owners.
Girl, let me read you what this white basketball coach said.
Ooh, well, you slapped and you
Listen,
clapped.
I done forgot about this. There was a lot of racism this week, and I just didn't feel like making videos about it all.
I mean, yeah.
But listen to what this Doug McDermott, you got to see what this man said. Hold on. Because he did an iOS press release. Oh, what is it? What is this? Y'all ain't going to believe this. Hold on.
I'm holding. Listen, I'm okay. I ain't going to force it. I'm going to let you take your time.
Name. What is his name? This what he said. This is his quote. Let me see if I can find his apology. Let me read you this coach's apology. You didn't hear about this?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Go ahead.
Let me read you this apology.
Please.
iOS press release. The tweet says, I'm sorry. Then this is a press release. On February 27th, after an emotionally tough loss on the road, I addressed our student athletes and staff in the post-game locker room. And I used a terribly inappropriate analogy in making a point about staying together as a team despite the loss. Specifically, I said, and I quote, guys, we got to stick together. We need both feet in. I need everybody to stay on the plantation. I can't have anybody leave the plantation.
You're lying.
I immediately recognized my egregious mistake and quickly addressed my use of such insensitive words with the team. I have never used that analogy, and it's not indicative of who I am as a person or a coach. I am deeply sorry. I have apologized to our student athletes and to our staff, as well as President Hendrick, blah, 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 who cares? Over the last 72 hours, I've engaged in multiple difficult conversations with the student athletes, staff, university, blah, blah, blah. I sincerely apologize. Sincerely, Coach McDermott.
White power. Coach McDermott? Oh my God. That is white.
It's so whack.
That is white.
Whack,
Can
whack,
you
whack.
imagine? I mean, this is so beyond ridiculous. I have never. You mean in your head, your mind was like, "What can I get?" Guys, we gotta stay in the plantation
Together.
We can't have
Word
you
has
leaving.
been in his head. He's actually had to repress that word before then. He's almost wanted to say it every single day.
He's had it in the pocket for years.
Yes, and he's been
like,
pushing it.
now's the time.
It's one of those things of I've been trying to suppress it every game. Y'all play on the plantation, on the field.
You guys are not running hard. Run like it's for your freedom. You know what? That's not what I meant.
Hold on.
You guys think this practice was hard? What about picking cotton?
Right.
That was hard.
That was hard.
To the fields. I mean,
I'm just like, how is that the word? There's so many analogies. So many analogies.
Literally millions of analogies. You
to
could've-
stick together?
Yes.
Gorilla glue. You could have said we gotta stick together like Gorilla glue on the nigger say.
It would have
Shoot,
still came
sorry.
out.
That racism been like.
You said it in that accent. I was like, oh my God.
You're like, oh, did that just happen? It's like talking to a bunch of women. We got to stick together like in the sex dungeons.
Huh?
It's like, how does that word even, there's so many things that you could say that would not offend people. And that's what be confusing me a lot of times, is that there are many words in the English language. And somehow folk be drawn to the most offensive ones.
Every time.
It'd be like
Every time.
a bunch of words. They're like, that one. Plantation, you mammy having darkies. Get out there.
We gotta stick together like the white mouth on the mammy's breast.
Yes.
Okay? We gotta feed each other as a community. It can't just be your breast milk, guys. Your black milk is stronger and sweeter. It's nectar for the whites.
Right. It's nectar. We need it. Come on.
I'm like,
I don't understand. Like, is that what is in his mind? Is that what he's envisioning while he's playing? Does he have on VR glasses and as they're on the field playing, he's actually seeing slaves picking cotton? He's like, this feels good.
He's like, I could touch these.
Right. This feels right.
and somebody was saying, and I actually kind of get this. In the NFL, the whole owner, the combine,
Yeah.
where they literally like test your body fat and have you run and jump, and it feel a little slavey sometimes.
It is. The only difference is there is some form of monetary compensation.
Yeah.
But I absolutely, while I understand why athleticism is important, not just for black people, for any person, human being.
Yeah.
I do get kind of like, I feel kind of eerie of how important sports are to our community, just because of how it's set up with the ownership, how black folk, most of us are not at the economic level where we can own franchises, where it is more of a thing of, instead of having people who don't have your best interest at heart and only have their pocket at heart being the people that are making the decisions for the team, is usually white folk. And yes, these men are treated in a way like animals. It's truly either you perform or we put you down or put you out. So
That analogy is always made too. Like when a player wants out, he's not a team player. He's not this. He's not that. When the team wants to trade you, they could do whatever they want.
I mean, that's just like slavery. I mean, you have no ownership of yourself.
Right.
This is not a mutual relationship.
Right.
It is, you are in the league, you're in this plantation cycle.
You got to stick together on it.
You got to stick together on the plantation. However, if they have a better buck over on this other plantation and we can switch you out, that's what we're going to do. We have no loyalty to you unless you are the top person. But even that person eventually will, once their skill level is being surpassed by someone else,
You're gone.
you're gone as well. So
anyway, let's move to something lighter if you guys don't mind.
why?
Something wider.
Is that when you want some what? Okay.
The D'Angelo versus. I didn't see most of it.
I didn't see any
I was
of
watching
it.
a fight.
Oh no, I saw a little piece that you showed.
I saw her perform with him, but it made me think. So apparently he was supposed to go against somebody who backed out. Do y'all know in the Patreon?
Who was D'Angelo supposed to go against?
He was supposed to go against somebody. They backed out at the last second, or they couldn't do it.
Chad, no. I'll find it.
Man, it's right there.
They'll know. They'll know. They'll know. I believe in Patreon. I believe in Patreon. I believe they know.
You better sing, Angel. Maxwell. Thank you, Deshaun.
Maxwell.
He's supposed to go to Maxwell. I mean, he's supposed to go against Maxwell and Knicks for whatever reason didn't happen. So that brought up who, in your mind, would be a good solo versus?
I already told y'all 2 weeks ago.
Who?
Lauryn Hill.
You don't think Lauryn Hill got a good counterpart?
I think he is her good counterpart.
What I mean by this is, just for the Patreon audience, someone who doesn't have a good counterpart, but you'd want to hear 20 songs. I think Lauryn Hill would have been a good one for D'Angelo.
So what are you saying? I'm confused.
saying somebody like, okay, I'll give you an example. For me, Stevie Wonder, there's nobody really who compares to him musically. So I'd rather him just go play 20 of his favorite songs.
Yes.
Because I wouldn't be like Stevie be good. I couldn't think of somebody that go with Stevie. That's what I mean by who is a good solo verse, like Missy Elliott.
Who is a good solo versus?
Yeah,
got it.
Solo
I'm sorry.
versus. Like,
I'm sorry. I now get what you're saying.
They were saying Busta for Misty, but for Missy.
I would love it.
I think their music videos remind me of each other, but I don't think their music reminds me of each other.
Their music doesn't remind me of each other, but the feeling that their music gives me, like the feeling how they make me feel.
I get that.
Like they make me feel crunk. They make me like it's very creative. The beats be so different. Busta usually does the like 50 miles an hour a lot of the time.
Yeah.
But still, there was just such a creativity that it was just like, you all are in a class of your own. Can't nobody say that you jocking they style. That's the only reason why Busta and Missy would be great. But solo, I'll say it multiple times over and over again. I don't want to see Beyonce go against anybody because
Rihanna
I feel
would be
like
great.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
And
Rihanna would be fantastic against Beyonce.
Absolutely not. But
Rihanna has as many hits as Beyonce.
I don't care what she has.
She's in the great class. They're similar age.
And one can blow and one.
And one's a great artist. A lot of good hits.
Yeah. Don't want her.
I think Rihanna's a good.
She would be great with Kelly Rowland. You put her with that.
Great. Stop it!
So
you
asked me my opinion,
but that opinion is wrong.
It's not.
It is wrong.
It is. What I mean, I'm telling you, what would for the Lemonade album or Black is King
album for album? I don't think they have.
Shut your mouth. Let me ask a question, sir.
I know where you're going.
No, I'm just asking.
I want to make my point.
When Beyonce gets to her Black is King songs, that is where I don't know what songs Rihanna has in her repertoire that kind of goes along with that vibe.
Okay. Can I say something now?
No. Next person. What?
I don't think I would want to have Beyonce play outside of Brown Skin Girls and maybe that one with Wizkid, or maybe that's Brown Skin Girl. I don't know if Beyonce should play a lot of her Black is King albums for a versus.
I don't care.
And here's another thing about Beyonce. If you allow me, as a huge fan of her.
I'm about to walk out.
No, you're not.
I'm going to get up. Go ahead.
You don't even know what I'm going to say.
Say it and get off of it.
Here's the difference between Beyonce and Rihanna to me, especially over the last 3 albums.
Okay.
Beyonce has been focusing, which I think is a great point, on making comprehensive albums that tell a story from beginning to end. Rihanna kind of has almost always said, I'm a hit machine. I'm going to make hits, radio singles. I'm going to be on features with other people's hits. So for a versus, just for versus. Now, I'm not saying artist by artist. I think Beyonce is a far more well-rounded artist. I think she's a better singer. I think her music moves me more. But on 20 songs of just singles, Black is King, you need to play that from the beginning to end. Lemonade, it has more hits like Formation or whatever. And it has songs I love. I love the song on Lemonade where she's talking, oh my God, I can't think of the name. Where she's talking about, the girl wrote it, actually the girl wrote it about Parkwood. You know what I'm talking about?
I'm just saying, and letting you
she
get
talking
through
about
this.
we could make music move mountains. Do you know that song?
I do.
What is it? You don't know it?
I do know the song. I also know this song. Hold on. I also know this song. Hold on.
We don't need to get into this.
Hold on.
We don't need to get into that part. Bloom, 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 bloom.
I know this song. I know this song. I know this song. This is the song that I know. I know this song. If you want to keep on with me, if you're going to keep on with me, when I told you I've had it.
Turn it off before Slim starts.
I'm just saying. I actually. Oh, sorry. No, you already made a whole music video.
The very first time.
I promise you, I watched that music video while it was on mute. I said, I will not listen. I will not support him in this foolishness. Listen, I actually like Robin, Rihanna, Riri. I like her a lot. I just would not, I personally would not want, I would want to see Beyonce by herself is all I'm saying.
Just because you want to see Beyonce by herself doesn't mean Rihanna's not a good match for her.
To me. Thank you. Because, and this is why I'm saying, because you would only want to hear Beyonce's #1 chart, pop, pop, pop. Mm-hmm. And for me, that would leave me feeling incomplete because it's not going to really show the range of her music, where a lot of these other artists, when you get 20 of their songs, you are getting the full range of their career. With Beyonce, she could do her 20 top hits and you would still not get the full range.
I think that's a fantastic point. I think Beyonce's great. I think she also has her whole Destiny Child era, which gives her a great amount of hits to go against Rihanna. I think Beyonce probably wins. Well, the thing that makes it interesting is solo records for solo records. Maybe I don't know how it shakes out. You add Destiny Child for Beyonce, now she has an edge. You add features for Rihanna, now Rihanna has a lot more hits for hits to go against Beyonce. All I'm saying is to make for an interesting versus. That's all.
Why don't you do Rihanna and Janet Jackson then?
I actually think Janet Jackson is another one who's kind of, I can't think of a counterpart that like matches her musically. Because she made like full pop albums, and then she would make like a full R&B album. Mm-hmm. We talked about this in the group chat.
Yeah, and she has a lot of rock as well, a lot of like type of rock stuff. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I personally think that Beyonce is a solo. When I think about the range of her career, the range of the type of music she's made, there's nobody that I feel like goes well toe to toe. We could just take a portion of her career and partner her with somebody, but then I don't think that's like a...
No, I get that.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay, so what about Mariah Carey? Do you think she has a...
If I had to pair...
Oh, you better not. If you say Beyonce after everything you just said...
If I had to...
You better not!
No, I would put Mariah with the late, great Whitney. That's who I would put her with.
I don't know.
I think they definitely veer off from each other, but they have enough commonality.
They're like kind of core.
Yeah. And they both didn't really like, while Mariah definitely did a lot of like pop music, I think they both stayed very close to R&B throughout their entire career. They didn't really veer off into a bunch of other genres. Even when Whitney sang a country song, it turned into the R&B song that it is now known as today.
Oh, you talking about Dolly People?
Dolly Parton
song?
Yeah.
First of all, Dolly Parton, I love you, girl. God was not. He was never. Did you see that documentary?
Oh,
where she talks about that?
No,
I believe it was David Foster's documentary. I'd never heard Dolly. I knew she wrote it, but I thought she just wrote it and was like, you know what I'm saying, sell this. When I heard her sing that, I said, you talked that part?
Yeah. She said, life treats you kind, and I hope you have all you dreamed of. And I wish you joy. What's that black group that be talking, Merry Christmas to all of you?
I think it's Temptations.
Yes, she did a Temptations, Let Me Talk to You break real quick. Yeah, I would put Mariah and Whitney together. I feel like One, the power of their voices. Not many people can match the amount of hits that they have done, the impact they've had on R&B.
And Mariah too, man. She had a lot of great. This is the thing where I feel like Whitney doesn't have this, and I'm not. This isn't a blame. This is just Rihanna. Mariah Carey has a lot of R&B hits with other people's, where she, like the Boyz II Men song, and the one of my favorites is the with her and ODB, Me and Mariah, go back
Fantasy.
like days.
Sweet, sweet.
And she has her early career, where it was like 1,000% pop.
I had a vision of love. She was hitting them notes. That's what she was like. Now, I know one thing that Whitney don't be doing. That was her. I feel like that's why Mariah was doing all those whistle tones.
Yeah.
Was to be like, y'all gonna know I am not her. She is not me.
Whitney's greatest attribute to me was strength of voice with high notes. Like, most people, when they do Whitney stuff, they gotta do falsetto to get to her notes. And when she's sitting down, I know she ain't singing that part in the video, but that part in the Bodyguard sound, when she looked up and said, I just still to this day, I'd be like,
it's chills.
Whitney.
Yeah. There was an emotion that she was able to have travel on top of all of her notes that most people who have beautiful voices that could sing Whitney songs, I don't know if it was the coke, I don't know what it was, but that thing sat on top of them notes. You hear me? She admitted she did coke. This is not me trying to put on her legacy. And she did.
You know what? You bring up something else. One artist that I think is super talented, you just made me think about this, who I don't really think has a counterpart at all, Jhené Aiko, man. You put her on that versus.
Elmo and her could bop. I bet you they've done something together.
Huh, Josh? Put Jhené Aiko up against like a massage parlor's lobby music. And you go hit for hit, you finna get the best sleep of your life.
Oh my God. You know what? I'm a low key. I do think Jhené has a beautiful voice.
Yes.
I do think she does. As much as I be like talking cash crazy about her. Do I enjoy the way in which she executes her songs in the whisper time?
Come on, Josh, join us over here on the dark side.
It's just not my, it's not my jam.
This is the 80s part of me and Angel. We just be like, there's nothing about that.
Yeah, I need the cocaine on the voice. I need the
cocaine and heroin. Give us Ray Charles.
Come on.
He was on that heroin.
He was on that white horse. He was on that white horse.
You need listen. Somebody made a good point.
Oh, go ahead.
I don't remember who it was. They said you need vices. He said, Kirk, our love. He was addicted to porn, and when you got a vice, it gives you better music. He was like, if Kirk was just clean and wholesome his whole life,
he
maybe just okay.
Yeah,
you were looking at that butt. You know what? Let me get into this.
I'm telling you. Let Jonathan McReynolds pick up some gambling. His music career is gonna take off to another level.
Jonathan McReynolds, good music because he was having that sex.
There you go.
That no great because he was in that pink.
Oh my God!
You sat up in that pink. You felt bad about it.
Wrote that good old song.
You said, you know what? That's that sin. I was sitting up in that pink.
Yeah.
I woke up. I said, God, I can't be in no gray no more. I'm saved on Sunday night. I'm in them. And it draws on Monday.
No, you gotta say it like the white pastor did. Push east. That's where I was.
It was Tony Baker. What about Anita Baker? Everybody always says Sade.
No.
I don't feel like I think they just came out around the same time.
I definitely don't. If anything, I know Tony will be mad. I would put, no, they're two different generations. I am not the biggest of the Sade fans. I grew up with her music. It's not where I go to. She has whisper music to me as well. So her and Jhené Aiko.
That's her daughter in music.
Yes.
But I actually enjoy Sade's music, and I feel like she's singing harder than Jhené.
Oh, yeah. Because she sings in a deeper register of her voice, so it gives it a little more texture and stuff. But Anita, I would put with maybe women. Did Gladys go with Patty? Gladys went with Patty.
Went, yeah.
That's probably maybe. See, Shaka has Rufus in them.
I was just listening to Shaka too.
She's my favorite.
Man.
She is my favorite.
She has bangers.
It's Shaka, Beyonce. Shaka is my favorite.
Really?
Wow.
Shaka.
You go
all
up.
day.
It was so funny when she was like, I did not like Kanye's sample. He done sped my voice up and I don't like it. I'm going to take
liked
that money,
check,
though.
though.
I'm going to take that
Yeah,
bread.
yeah.
You know what I also think is hard to match up? And there's a lot of people who make this type of music, so it's not that. It's just the breadth of their catalog. Earth, Wind, and Fire, I think you'd be hard-pressed to find somebody who made their type of
Oh,
music.
yeah, no. The Earth, Wind, and Fire, I feel like they are by themselves. Like, the only person...
They did the drugs.
What?
Oh my God.
Of course.
Those
of
are the
course.
good. That was the best era of
You know
drug
how much
music.
of that music in the era is about cocaine? I didn't know Candy was about cocaine.
I can't
It's right in your face when you know.
even scream and shout.
Ow.
That let's groove tonight.
Hey,
Share
the
the spice of life.
You know, I'm about to say just the spice.
Spice of life.
We ain't talking about paprika.
Right. That's how you gonna groove. Let's groove.
Listen,
that note.
Isaiah had to learn like 8 Earth, Wind, and Fire songs for a winter. They had a black teacher in music. They're like, for a winter formal, we're singing Earth, Wind, and Fire songs. I was like, hold on, what?
Yes.
He was in there like, do you remember?
Hey.
Comes around the
the
corner.
day? I was in there like, okay. Oh, come on, little charter school boy.
Somebody said the Gap Band, maybe. The Gap Band
Gap
does.
Band is
Gap
good.
They
Hold
have
on.
Gap Band is
One of my
good.
favorite songs of all time.
Josh got into the stance. Like, fight me about this. I will say that a lot of the bands that came out of the late 60s, 70s,
Outstanding.
hey,
They turned it into a gospel song. This is one of my first bass lines I learned. But do. I like their music because they was like, we ain't finna sing for a little bit. Somebody said them intros was long because they wanted you to have enough time to take one more
Yes, exactly. That's
line
what
of
they were
cocaine
doing.
and then get on the dance floor. Oh, that's my jam. Hold
Yeah.
up.
Oh, that's what they were doing.
All
ready?
right.
This
We
is-
always end up talking about music for long on this show.
Yes. This is me and Marcus on a Friday.
Just old and black.
Yep.
Hey, come on over here, girl. I got my cigar. My Uncle Nearest.
There you go. That's it right there.
This is Tulsa, Oklahoma finest. Greenwood.
Tulsa?
That's what GAP is a
You
acronym for
blow
Streets in
my
Tulsa.
mind.
You blow my mind.
You blow
Sing,
my
Charlie.
mind. You blow my mind.
I'm so in love. Come on, GAP.
Outstanding.
What'd she do?
Girl, you knock me out. Exciting.
Somebody said Josh needed an older woman.
I do though.
Josh just has a really
Makes me wanna shout.
strong taste in music. I don't know. Kool and the Gang has as many songs as Earth, Wind, and Fire, though. That's the
yeah.
problem. It's the catalog.
It's the cat. And a
It's
lot
1
of
through
these-
5. You
Kool
can
and
do a
Gang.
lot. It's 15 through 20.
And not only that, a lot of these bands wrote for other people. And then if you get into that, like the way Babyface and Teddy Riley did when they were
Yeah.
like, oh, well, I didn't sing on this
And
song.
see, I
but
wouldn't have never put them together.
I wouldn't have either, but as producers, they were a great, I feel like, matchup.
I agree. I think they were just kind of like producing music at the same time, but not the same type of
Oh,
music.
no.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I think it was definitely more so they both have a hefty catalog hefty catalog with hits. Not hits from the same genre
Yeah,
per se,
yeah.
but like ample hits. But yeah, no, I definitely would love to just see like the Gap Band by themselves, Earth, Wind, and Fire. There are certain people, even though I think they might have great folk to go against, I'd rather just hear more like 30 of their songs with uninterrupted
Yeah.
than to hear them go back and forth.
Yeah.
But yeah, Earth, Wind, and Fire though.
Kool and the Gang versus the Gap Band is probably a more even.
The Gap
Matt.
Band, I feel like wrote a bunch of songs. Wasn't that in the David Foster thing? Was it the Gap Band that he was with? Who was he with? That he wrote a lot of songs with that I was so shocked about. It was one of these bands.
I know what you're talking about, but I can't think of it.
What I was about to say something that just flew out of my head when we were talking about this. excited. I'm looking. Makes me want to shout. Who did he work with? He mentioned it, and I was so shocked at how many songs he wrote on. Was it Earth, Wind? It might have been Earth, Wind, and Fire. Or was it Chicago? Chicago? No? Yeah. Chicago. I was wrong.
Is that the band? Mm-hmm. Oh, that was the white people, though.
Yeah, it was white folk. I don't know why I thought it was black people.
I got to put this brand deal back up.
Go ahead. But yeah, no. There was something I was about to say, and it just flew out of my head, and it had to do. Oh, at our wedding. This is how old school me and Marcus are. Our reception tables were all named after all old school love songs.
Really?
Fire.
Yeah. So instead of having table number 1, table number 2, you had like table Bad Mama Jamma. You had, because we both have an affinity for old songs. I actually go a little bit further. I like Motown music. That's not
I
really
love Motown.
Motown is my mother was like, well, have you been here before? Because I was knowing so many songs that she was just like, why do you know these songs? That's all I used to listen to.
Well, you talking about the before the Supremes, Mary Wells. They had, I mean,
that's why is that the song that's been in my head? Hey, Mr. Postman, Mr. Postman, look. Oh, is there?
Okay, I'll sing background. I don't know the words.
Mr. Postman. You remember when I told you I was singing in the mall? Mm-hmm. That was my song.
Yep, I remember.
Oh yes, wait a minute, Mr. Postman. Wait, Mr. Postman. Oh, there's the Postman. Wait, Mr. Postman. Mr. Postman, look at. Oh yeah. Please, Mr. Postman. Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm telling you something. Why I love that generation. I'm not good with riffs, and they were not out here riffing and running.
They weren't.
They were doing what they can, having fun doing it.
They were staying in that pocket.
Yes, the pocket.
They was right there.
And I was like, I'm a pocket singer.
You are.
If you start having me riff and run, I don't know what key I'm gonna land in.
That's Jasmine Sullivan. That's what she do. She
Jasmine just be like, in 50 notes and came out.
Do you like Brandy? She more stays in. She's always tone. People are like, oh, Brandy, tone. Y'all ain't gonna get with that tone.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Mr.
Quincy Jones is another one that I don't think. I think you just listen to Quincy Jones' music.
I mean, unless you put him with
There's no one. Angel.
I was about to say either not Barry Gordy, but the or Smokey Robinson, Barry Gordy, or.
But see, the thing about Quincy though,
then Barry Gordy. Go ahead.
Well, Barry wasn't in the lab as much. Like Quincy was actually producing and playing the instruments.
I was gonna say, are you talking about Quincy's like production too?
I'm talking about
like Michael Jackson.
Everything from Michael Jackson to Frank Sinatra.
Nobody touching Michael Jackson's
That's
catalog.
what I'm saying. If Quincy was like, nigga, I'll just play my Michael stuff.
Just play
only. But I did not know this, so I watched his documentary. I had no idea that for like 5 years he was just like, I'm gonna now work with Frank Sinatra and arrange all his stuff. Now Frank Sinatra ain't my type of music, but you can't argue with the like impact of how big that was.
You right.
And he just produced the Fresh Prince. Like randomly was like,
I'm gonna go
and
into
he did
television,
music, TV, and movie scores.
Yeah, he did a lot of movie scores. He
got
crazy talented.
He got to go alone. There's nobody in the same stratosphere as old Quincy.
Somebody said Quincy versus Clive, and that'd be. I mean, it give a
but
run.
Clive is a record label executive. Quincy was actually a musician.
He was hands was on.
Yeah, that's not the same skill to me. You know what I mean? Like Quincy was literally playing the music. Clive is like Alicia Keys. This person.
You know
what I mean?
While he does not compare, but probably the closest as far as in it would have had to have been. I'm trying to think like maybe Babyface, even though he doesn't come close. When you think about like who has had their hands in the most music and what have they accomplished, but obviously Quincy has like 20 years on 20, 30 years on Babyface. So eventually he just gonna have to sit down.
Yeah, I mean it's you would have to be like Quincy at this age and Babyface at that age.
Yeah.
But then Quincy was just like, he just went and lived in Paris and did all this jazz music and amazing.
Yeah.
Just amazing. And apparently Berry Gordy did write songs. I did not know that.
I thought he did. I'm looking at, I had to, Wikipedia. Shop Around by the Miracles. Do You Love Me by the Contours. A lot of
shop
stuff.
Around? You better shop
No,
around.
he composed.
Barry?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Prince is another person I think is in a category by himself. They would put him with Michael Jackson, but both of them, they were just iconic in making music at the same time, but their music is very different to me.
Yes.
Well, and their music was literally in the future. Like nothing sounded like that at the time.
Nothing still sounds like him, in my opinion. Prince was somebody who I was way more of a Michael fan.
Yeah.
Growing up, I wasn't like huge on Prince. While I understood the impact of his songs, they weren't the songs that I would go to like want to dance and stuff. Other than maybe I Would Die for You and what's that song? Diamonds and Pearls. I think were probably my two favorite Prince songs. Even though Diamonds and Pearls is a ballad, but I say all that to say I agree. I feel like even though they were around at the same time, Prince's sound is so. He was playing the guitar. He had like such a rock edge to his stuff that nobody was really doing it.
He played like 7 instruments, I believe, as well.
With his little self. Yeah,
He was
he's
a
by
baby.
himself. Yeah, he's by himself. There has yet to be. There are people you can tell are influenced by him, but no.
Faith said David Foster would be the closest match to Quincy,
You are right, Faith.
but it's for black people.
Right, of course. I
I
mean,
don't want the whites.
but David Foster could literally be like, I'll just do the music I did with black
He
people.
did, but then he just randomly was like Michael Bublé, and I love Michael Bublé.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna hold you.
I am so surprised that that's who he picked out
It's
of the pasture of weeds. You.
Michael then made bread.
I mean, and Michael is singing a genre that's not going to come back.
No,
It is truly just for people who want to reminisce on music that sounded like Frank Sinatra in that genre. But it's not going to come back and be like, this is the new sound of 2022. No. Never. I don't think her is
Maze,
Prince's
I don't
daughter.
think Maze can go. I listen, y'all. Be upset with me. You know, black's gonna be upset. Outside of
Doom, doom, doom.
That's Frankie too.
I can't name.
You might not be able to name them, but if they started to play them, you would be like,
Okay, I'm gonna look up on YouTube. I'm gonna see what other.
okay.
And I know
Because I would have said the same thing until I was the poor Frankie Beverly's voice sounds like a cheese grater now. It does, like, I don't know if he just, when I heard him, he needed to take
Live?
a break. Oh
you
my
know Joy
God.
and Pain.
Yeah. Joy and pain.
Sunshine and rain.
Yes.
That's Frankie Beverly.
That's where I think that's where it was sampled from.
They'd be having
Yes.
long intros, man.
Yes, that's sunshine.
Oh, you know this.
Joy and pain. Going now. Sunshine and rain.
I didn't know that was there.
Joy
This
and
little
pain.
riff though, they're staying in that pocket.
Sunshine and
When
rain.
it come in though?
You know they did. You gonna be
Right
here.
here.
And then he was like, if I'm paying you music.
2 minutes almost.
Those drugs made it seem like 10 seconds.
Man,
You,
that's Frankie intro. He loved that.
yeah,
He ate off
that's
that.
it.
Bruh,
So
it's
good.
202. And he just have one Frankie rub. Okay. All right. we got,
Yes.
Happy Feelings?
Yes. Once
know
you
this
play
one?
it, yeah. Once you play it, I'll recognize it.
This was
Yes. Yes.
psychedelic.
Happy Yes. You heard this song before.
Maybe I couldn't place it on them. Oh, yeah.
Yes. When I was at their concert, I was just like, oh, y'all did this.
Why you go to their concert?
It was neighborhood awards.
What's that?
The Hoodie Awards used to be the Hoodie Awards.
Oh, Steve Harvey thing?
It was the all-white concert.
Oh, everybody dressed. Black people gonna love an all white.
Come on, that's
from
the
church to
universe.
club, we love it. I ain't gonna hold you. You right, Angel. I didn't know.
I'm telling you.
This music just came on, so you didn't always hear the people. You just know it.
Yeah, I definitely was not able to. Come on. Hey. I can smell the grill.
He made great cookout music.
Oh, yeah. I want to add beads to the bottom of my locks.
You go what?
I need to add
We
beads
just
to
look
the bottom
over.
of my locks.
There's like 10 on each one.
Yes.
Okay, we are one. They were saying in the comments. I know way more songs than I realized.
I'm telling you.
I feel like that's how it is with a lot of oldies. Though.
Yeah.
You don't know the names.
All this
hear
come on
them, and it's
94.7
like
The
immediately
Wave.
click.
All this come on The Wave. And that
That's
is
the
my
best
station.
radio
Oh,
station.
man. That is Marcus's station.
94.7
The Wave.
The hits from today and yesterday.
They were in such a different musical bag.
This is what
bro.
happens when the studio has instruments in it.
Yeah.
We can't just start. We got to get in
Yeah.
here first. All right, give me a little hi-hats.
Yeah. You getting a day rate regardless, so go
You
ahead,
know-
Blake.
Uh-huh.
Just
Yeah.
in there.
Silk Sonic came out, the album, or just a single?
Just a single. I think the full album's next week.
That's what you're doing in there.
How your mama doing, Angel? You finished over at the University of Kentucky?
Yeah, she
Well, that's
doing
all
great.
right.
Hey.
That's all right. Okay, so now we've done that. We've done Frankie. But now it's time. Now it's time, Joshua. You don't know nothing about
What we doing tonight, Kev? What we doing tonight?
These niggas. All the colors behind the video, 8,000 niggas on stage. Let's groove tonight.
The trumpets were going
Shut
dead
up.
on this song.
Oh, we don't get enough trumpets no more.
Any song with horns, I love.
Them trumpets.
If Tone was here, he'd be like, the
Oh,
horn! The horn!
let this groove.
Give it the groove, it's alright. Let this groove.
They got some fire bass line.
Oh, that bass just...
Come on. I love.
Alright.
Gonna let you know, girl.
Come on. Yes, Cam.
All right.
Yourself.
And
747. And you move yourself.
you could look at the video. You know they was on drugs. They was like, put the video on drugs.
Just put the colors back there, man. Which
Put us
one's
on
the color?
drugs.
Put the Joseph coat back there, man.
Alright. Let this groove. Alright.
Man, these niggas used to go so hard.
Yes, they did.
All right. Gotta let you know, girl. Where the ribs and the brisket? Okay, just like two more.
Oh my God, that made me choke.
He laid it down softly at the end.
Yeah.
These little Mexican kids singing this at the Winter Formal was a sight to behold. They were like 6, 7, 10. Do you remember
Back when?
the 21st night of September? Hey, Joe! Hey, don't bring the babies over here! Come on! When the ribs is almost done. I know you don't eat no pork. We got some turkey ribs for you.
All right, little Marcus, go hug Uncle Kev.
These niggas was going smooth off.
Just sweating. This is I was. Oh. Hey, say that you remember. This live just sweating.
They have so much like instruments in there.
Oh, I know.
This was before they had computers. Like they was in here playing it though.
Yes, yeah.
Our heart was singing in the key that our soul was singing.
Only looked on love, remember
To stay.
on a remember. Only blues on love, remember.
To up and stay. Say that you remember. Dancing in September. Never was Oh, I'm already at that part.
My soul is being.
Say, Cam.
Do you remember? You know they was musty after their show.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Big musty.
The funk. That's why it was called the funk.
Okay, this I gotta play this one. Somebody said this. I'm sorry, because they also did it slow too. You know this, Angel. Come on, Earth and Wind. This is when the cookout is the sun is setting in the horizon. You got a little bit of Grand Marnier in your cup. Little bit of dark liquor. That's a for sure right on. Nephew. Come on, something happened along the way. Just to be happy again.
Something happened along the way. They just be doing key
Yesterday
changes
was all we
wherever they
had.
Oh,
After the love
it's gone. No, I thought you were gonna stay up there.
No, I came back down because he was going. You know they gonna keep climbing. Oh, whoa, whoa. They was modulating, Angel.
After the love is gone.
Yo, drunk, I'm gonna singing about your aunt. Come over here and hold me, Sharon. You remember we used to be skating to this. Come on, baby. Yeah, I'm taking you home tonight. Boo, boo, boo. Baby Yoda, why your bottom keep coming off?
Because you threw him, man.
I did. I'm sorry. Oh, wow. Keyboard?
Y'all gotta tell me what I need to add to my desk. I need more stuff. I want something right here.
We're so sad.
Oh.
You just said that part. Something. Okay, this song it's not Earth, Wind, and Fire or Frankie Beverly Maze, but it keeps being the next recommended, and I just have to play it.
I feel like they changed the time code, everything on that song.
This is my doggone.
Because it's one of his
Shit,
best.
it is such a freaking beast. And he is having such a good time on it.
All night.
Hey. Going smooth off.
Girl, close your eyes. Get nothing get into you. Don't try to fight it. There is nothing that you can do. Relax your mind. Lay back if you in mind. You gotta feel that beat.
What we gonna do?
And
We're gonna ride the boogie.
share that beat of love.
I wanna rock with you.
All night. Dance you in the mood. I wanna rock with you all night. Rock the night away. Come on. Hey, hey.
On the floor. This man looked like a chandelier.
Yeah.
Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Girl, when you dance, there's a magic that must be love. Just take it slow.
Come on, hey.
We got so far to go.
When you feel that beat, and we can ride the boogie. That beat of love.
Okay, Angel. Yeah, you walk down them stairs.
Boom, boom, boom. You in the mood.
The night away.
Imagine a tiny desk with Michael Jackson. Oh my God, that thing would be 5 hours long, and I would be there for every song.
I would cry.
Forever. You know what song of his I didn't realize I love so much?
What song is it?
PYT.
PYT.
I got it.
You got it queued up? Go ahead and fade it in. I'm gonna fade this down.
Okay.
He came in whispering in your ear.
I didn't realize until like 2 years ago I was running on the treadmill and they was playing a Michael Jackson mix.
You're like,
and this came in. I was like, I turned that treadmill up. I was like, okay, 7.5.
You're like, oh, that's too much. Let me
Right, about to throw up.
It's the perfect time. He can do it right every single time.
Stage crews soon come, but also on a resort, because I'm not getting on the boat.
I want to love you. PYT. Pretty young thing. You need some loving. TLC. To the love you care. I'll take it there.
Come on, Kevin! Come on!
Love you. PYT. Pretty young thing. You need some loving. TLC. To the love you care. I'll take you there.
Come on!
Come on, bass! Boom, 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 boom.
The breakdown in this song too.
Josh.
Baby.
I'm surprised YouTube didn't shut the stream down by now.
Don't put it all on the app.
Oh no, it's over.
You gotta cut it off.
Now is
This
the
Patreon only. You know the jam is on
Yeah.
Patreon.
He can do
The
it
jam is
like
only
you
Patreon.
can. Baby, go now. It's the perfect time.
Come on,
He
Kevin.
was in his bag right here.
I want to love you. PYT. For the young thing. You need some loving.
Melissa loves this song.
To the love and care.
Because she's a PYT.
She's a little pretty young thing. Sing, Michael.
He said love you.
Michael Joseph.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, you will.
This guitar.
You are, Come on. Na na na. Hey, I done worked up a sweat.
Me too.
Young thing. Take you there. Take you there.
Hey, hey, hey.
TLC. Love and care. Take you there.
Bro, I found out last year that this was Good Life sample.
Yeah, me too.
I felt I was out of the loop.
I didn't know.
Come on, y'all.
TLC.
Michael Jackson's a standalone.
Bruh.
I don't care who you
Don't
are,
ask
who
me.
you think you are.
Okay, we
Quincy Jones.
I got one. I got time for one more.
Oh yeah, you got some at 12, right?
I got to be on Instagram, creators feed, creators live on Instagram. We gotta. What can we leave?
I
can we
just
leave
had the
with?
song in my head and it just went away.
Okay, what about this? Tell me if you think this is a good enough song to end because we was on that vibe.
Which one is this?
Don't stop till you get enough.
Is this the one that has I'ma say outside?
No, this is before we started doing that.
Okay, this
This
one works.
always reminds me
I
of
think
Rush
that's
Hour.
the one I was thinking in my head.
No,
is
I
I'ma
don't
say
want-
myself. You said I don't know.
This nigga was dancing.
He had to been tired.
Josh, I mean, it's just so.
I was like, there we go.
I can't play Silk Sonic. I ain't heard it. I'm not gonna be as excited.
It's a chilled vibe.
Yeah.
You can't go from this to Silk.
Yeah, I'm gonna listen to Silk Sonic. Y'all stop me out.
What's Silk Sonic?
Bruno and Alpex.
now.
Hey.
Yes. Don't stop till you get it.
I wonder if his brothers were like, "Hey man, you're really talented. This like you should definitely have went solo."
Man, you did this again?
The whole Jackson, like
Jackson
don't trip.
5
Jackson
turned into
5
Michael
and the
Jackson.
Jacksons were. If he just did that,
It was always Michael.
don't sleep on the
was
Jackson. They
always
had
Michael.
hits.
Oh yeah, I love the Jacksons.
Jackson and Jackson 5.
The Jackson 5.
So
were
Joe was
also-
like, I don't gotta split this 6 ways anymore.
Just a 1, 2, 3, 4.
He has
5,
such
6,
a-
7, 8,
Cisco
9,
was really
10,
right about
11,
him.
12.
Michael?
He has such an he has an iconic, distinctive voice. You know Michael Jackson.
Yeah. It's almost stupid when people try to imitate him. Because
Okay,
it
everybody
wasn't-
keep
You're not
saying
gonna
it.
like this. But
Everybody
The
keep saying
Weeknd
play
has
this.
an album where it sounds you can tell he's trying to sound like Michael
Really?
Jackson-esque. Yeah.
I tried to do this song for a Keep Your Distance parody. There are so many doggone lyrics in this song. I was like, I can't.
Like I'm not
He was writing, but this is a bopperoni though.
56. Kev. 56.
It's 56. You got 4 minutes, Kevin.
I know. This is the last one.
Dun, 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 dun.
Apple Josh.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Half or full?
Full apple.
Full. Copy.
I can't fool myself. I don't want nobody else to ever love me. You are my shining star, my guiding light, my love fantasy.
He
There's
got
not a
lyrics,
minute,
Angel.
Hour, day or night that
I couldn't
don't
keep
love
up.
You. You're at the top of my list because I'm always
He was
thinking
just-
of you. Yeah, get it.
Thank you, sir.
Touch you, how it's my daydreaming,
That was
planning
good
how
for-
to say I love
the
you.
Instagram thing.
You must have known that I have
He was
feelings
just
deep
bopping.
enough to swim in. That's when you open my heart and
When?
all my love. Come on, Kevin. 1,000 kisses from you is never enough.
Boom, boom, boom.
I just don't wanna stop. All my love.
He don't even look like he was ever really singing hard.
Yeah,
It
he-
looked too easy.
This is how he sang.
That's all he was doing.
Love enough.
Boom, boom, boom.
And I just don't wanna stop.
Never too much, never too much, never too much.
Never too much. If
That's
he,
2 minutes in before he got to the chorus.
yeah, I'm telling you right now, he would be killing it on TikTok if he was
Oh
still
my
alive.
God. Oh shoot, I gotta go. Instagram.
I've been saying.
All right, y'all, I gotta go. The Instagram people just hit me. I gotta go. I love y'all.
Bye, guys. Have a great
if
weekend.
you have,
Get your tickets for Keep Your Distance.
Get your tickets to Keep Your Distance. Last of the Mohicans. 4-pack, you're good. If not, you're not good. 5 more after this, and then you'll probably see me coming to a city near you around August, September.
Oh, we can get the vax by then?
Oh, that I got to get the vax before I go anywhere. You understand me?
I'll work on it.
Other than that, I love you guys. God bless you. God keep you.
Goodbye, my
If you want to see me, I'm going on Creators on Instagram to talk about that. That's what